I saw this video by this guy. There it is over there. He Bubbles and Soap on YouTube, and it's a very good video about how to make your own soap stamp. So I decided I'd try, and I'm stuck in a hotel room right now. So I stopped by a store here and bought some modeling clay and a little kit here from a manicure kit. I got some alcohol, a scrub brush, some clothespins because I'm going to try to make handles. I have my knife because I never go anywhere without it, and I have some 5-minute epoxy. And I'm using the hotel's lotion as like a mold release. I don't know how that's going to work, but that's what I got. I'm in a hotel, so I got Q-tips maybe to apply the mold release. And I have these little keys that actually are from a local craft store. They're not real keys, they're little charms, like bracelet charms for jewelry making or something. Anyway, I used an antique key at home for the ones that I did, and I just thought I'd make a video and show you how I did it. So I'm going to try to keep it simple and show you what I learned. Mine's a little different than Bubbles and Soap's is. So okay, so here we go. First thing I want to do, I think, is I think I'm going to do 3 small molds, one for each key. And so I'm hoping that it'll go the way I think. See, I'm trying to make a bit of a trough kind of curve. Yeah, I think that's going to work. I think maybe for this one, I'll move the camera up nice and close so you can really see it. Is that pretty close? Okay. So I think by doing this, I'm gonna get. I think my mold will end up kind of like with a dome shape, and then the key protruding out of the top of it. And I didn't push all the way through. See. I think this is going to be really good. Now, just like my friend Bubble and Soap, I'm going to make frames around these of clay. Now, obviously, you don't have to do this with keys. I hope you guys get your own ideas and come up with different things that you could do. I guess you could do buttons or, but I won't be offended if you want to use keys. Go ahead. Now we're going to mix up some epoxy and I'm going to fill those. I'm going to try to do it without adding any extra mold release. Or in this case, coconut lime verbena body lotion, courtesy of Holiday Inn. Alright, mixing. I don't want to whip a bunch of air into this. Before, when I did this, I whipped it up so that I ended up getting little bubbles. I mean, I whipped it practically. There's no reason to do that. I also think I want to pour it before it begins to thicken at all, so the bubbles can still rise out of the stuff. There it is. Alright, so now I'm going to drizzle these things full here, alright? I'm trying to fill them slowly. For real? Done. Well, now I'm real close up on that guy. So you can see that one, how it came out. Pretty good. There are some bubbles, but they're up top. None of them down in the pattern, you know, of the key. It's a little harder to see, I think, on the orange, but that one's also good. Now this one, you see I got two bubbles, pretty good sized ones. There are some here on the top, right there and there, but those are up on top. I don't know that you can see that. But there's two others down in there and over here that kind of concern me. They're really, you see them? And so what I'm going to do now is try to put the handles on them. And again, I'm kind of making this up, you know. But what I'm going to do is mix up some more epoxy and stick this in the epoxy to kind of get it all nice and covered and all in there. And then I'm going to hold it on top of this. And this stuff is still a little tacky, so I expect it'll bond right to it nicely and give me a nice little handle. I have my epoxy here, and I'm, you know, I don't know that I want so much that it runs all over, but well, my little things, I think they look like game pieces from some kind of a classic game, don't they? Now, there's the epoxy is still flexible, but I wanted to see how well it's going to release and how cured it is, because I want to do it while it's still a little bit soft. Boy, I hope it comes out. But if it's not, I'll have to check back if it's not going to come out easily. So I started looking at this and it does look like it's going to come up, you know. But maybe straight Vaseline would work better. Oh, I don't have scissors. I'm going to have to... Well, you know what I do have though? I got this guy. Came in my kit. Now this is just, I'm just scrubbing it with soap. I tested some of the epoxy with alcohol and it doesn't like alcohol. Now I think that's just because it's not fully cured. And so I'm going with soap. I know that the soap and water won't affect the cure. See, it's starting to... become clean. So a little patience. Well, there they are. Pretty close, so you can see, you know, kind of what they look like. Well, I've decided to try to go for it. So I'm going to try to push one of these things into this piece of clay so you can see it. Alright, so pretend it's a piece of soap. And I'm going to put a little, I guess it would be easier if I was down looking at it instead of hanging overhead. But it worked. And then we'll try this one. So you see them both. So there they are, although now there's some lotion on them. But you get the idea. Pretty good. Thanks for watching.